Hello, dear friends. This is Pavel Verbnyak, success speaker, coach, and trainer. And today in a studio, we have great guests, and we're going to have a conversation with good friend of mine, expert speaker, facilitator, Joni Peddie.
Hi, Pavel.
Hi, Joni. Thank you very much for your time. It's very nice to see you. We are in Johannesburg right now.
Yes.
And your company called The Resilient People.
Yes.
Could you please tell us about this? What is that, and why the world needs the resilient people?
So there's two thoughts that come to mind, Pavel. Is that the one is that I started my business 27 years ago, and it was then called BizCom, Business Communication. And then I unfortunately went through a terrible tragedy. So I lost, my husband died, and my daughters were very young. They were 7 years old and 9 years old. And I was battling in my business, and I thought my purpose is to show my daughters that I can be resilient. So I just thought, I need to role model to them that tragedy can happen and trauma in life, and you've got to know how to, and this is part of what I teach people, how do you bounce forward in being resilient? So that's why the name Resilient People came up. I changed the company name after my husband died because I think the world needed resilient people, and that was 15 years ago. Wow. But you also asked me, now do people need to be resilient? And the answer is yes. Post-COVID, lots of disruption, lots of change. Mental well-being issues are a big problem around the world. We know the interesting statistics that suicide has increased 60%, and antidepressants have increased by 400%. So something is wrong with humans and their brains and how they can self-care.
Yeah. I've been studying successful and productive people for more than 17 years. And I interview people, Olympic champions, and presidents and sportsmen and so on. And for me, you're a great role model as a productive person, as a leader, as a mom and wife and business person and social activist. What are your life's rules, life motto? Because you develop yourself, your mind, you read a lot, you exercise. We had very nice running session last morning with a group of people, and you're a great social person. You love people, you network, you help them, you do something for them, and for me, I'm very grateful for that. What are your rules for life that help you to do whatever you love? You provide value to people, a lot of people all over the world, as a speaker and facilitator, and not only like this.
That's it. I basically have 3 rules. The power of 3. How you start your day. Rule number 1, which I will share.
Our power.
Yes, how you start your day. How you end your day is rule number 2. And how you squeeze the juice out of the whole day. That's the 3rd rule. So how you start your day, I think, is very important. Rule number 1, I started with meditation and exercise. So even if I don't go for a run, I'll do some form of exercise. How I end my day is I end my day reading really good material. So it could be a good article, it could be a good book that I'm reading, but I never watch the news at the end of the day. Because
is it non-fiction material or?
It's both.
Okay.
It's both.
Good,
it's
inspirational biography.
And biographies are my best. I love to see what people have done in their lives. I'm a human behaviorist. And then I always think, so rule number 1, start your day well. End your day well. It's like a bookend. And then in the middle, the rule number 3 is just make the most of every day, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. So I always laugh with my daughters. Squeeze the juice out of every day.
Right. Yeah, I like the phrase that our days are like small life.
Yes.
And first hour is like golden hour.
That's right.
I like the phrase that take your morning meal. Like meditation, like 15 or 20 minutes, exercise, affirmations, so prepare yourself and learning. So like morning meal.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. Joni, what would you say to our audience, to our followers and people behind their screen that want to become more successful in life, maybe find something they passionate about, because you did that early enough. and maybe some of them are lost. Maybe some of them achieved great successes, but they lost motivation or goals, or maybe they want to have much more abundant life. Do you have some recommendations or inspiration or some motivational words to that people? It could be young or it could be old. It doesn't really matter.
So if you really want to squeeze the juice out of your life, Pavel, it's about saying emotionally what gives me that freedom, what gives me happiness, joy, desire, really a lot of energy. So I think everybody should be thinking, what am I feeling? And therefore what I choose to think and what I want to use my days for. If you've only got 1 day left or 6 days left, what are you really getting out of life? That would be my very short advice to end the interview. Yeah.
Joni, thank you very much. Every day we have great, deep conversation with you. And these 5 minutes, for sure, would be very valuable to people who watch that interview. Thank you very much for your time, for your energy, for your inspiration, and for everything you do. So today with me, Joni Peddie, facilitator, speaker, and expert. Thank you very much again, and see you soon.